Hi everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a very quick look here at XRP. Local liquidation levels have been swept. There wasn't like a lot down there, but definitely some incentive for the price action. We'll take a look at that here again as well, just to make sure we double check that. But if you saw my videos this week, we are short on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Same thing with XRP. XRP, we got 26%, Bitcoin 22% there from the trades we took roughly 2 days ago. Okay, so there's been a lot of bearish divergences ever since we've seen this ascending trend line discontinued. We didn't see a bearish backtest of the local high, but we did in fact see the price continue to run and Bitcoin obviously performing poorly. Keep in mind, a lot of this is based on the fact that I've felt that Bitcoin was going to pull back based on its manipulative waves that it consistently has. This is a third manipulation tactic or strategy, however you want to call it, in this month alone from Bitcoin. And every time that happens, XRP will pull back as well. So just some heads up on that. Liquidation levels here, we can kind of see that we're starting to see late longs here come in, but nothing like super crazy or outrageous. There's that macro liquidation range about 220 that was fully swept. That's that lower range. It's common to see a price action bounce off of those levels, but for right now, we haven't seen that yet. Liquidation delta is extremely bearish. You don't want to take longs against this here because it just implies that everyone and their dog is shorting this coin right now. Okay, so does that mean you short and jump into a short right now? Hypothetically, yes, but also probably not because it's overextended. We're getting closer to a potential reversal here for Bitcoin, or at least a tentative bottom with its point of control. So there's a lot of reasons why it's just not smart to short what feels like the bottom here. But this is what market makers do. They trick you into thinking that everyone should start shorting and everyone should sell. As soon as everyone sells, they buy. Okay, so that's just kind of how that works. If you're not familiar with that, my Twitter, Telegram, Discord, I have my playout charts there. And if you're not familiar, of course, I've been talking a lot about these manipulative phases that Bitcoin has been showing, and those are all there for us here as well. If you're curious, it's there. Anyways, I make daily crypto updates as well, and I talk about those structures as also. So it's kind of a newer thing we're doing, but so far people really seem to like that. So I'll continue that. Anyways, the whole point of me mentioning this here is that we haven't been bullish or bearish on this coin. It's fairly neutral. If you've been watching my analysis here, we're still below some key levels, but we're also above on other ways as well. In other words, we were tentatively above the 20-day SMA yesterday, but below that point of control, that macro point of control at 240. That's that resistance level that I was going to consider a secondary short at, but our entry at 230, 238 instead worked pretty well. But no matter how you look at it here, we look at the daily time frame. Everything's pointing down at this point. We got a stochastic swing down to the downside. MACD is diverging. We're under all moving averages. There's really no reason to consider a long at this point. And usually lately, at least I've noticed lately, that support levels are more likely to hold than anything else. And there's a lot of support in this lower range of just say $2 to 210 as a rough estimate. So if we start to see the 2 to 210 range, then that may be a consideration for a long. But between now and then, not a whole heck of a lot here telling us you should do that. Anyways, a 4-hour time frame, I can cut to the chase here. Everything's super bearish. We are seeing some pretty significant overextension. Oftentimes, overextension levels will let us know or give us inclination for the price action to consider turning itself around. Right now, way too early. Do not recommend taking a long position. I would say adding to your spot bag, if you see here, it's pretty obvious. We got some nice levels here between $2 and 210. So I'm interested in a long more so around the 2 to 210 range, just as a retest of this local support level. Between now and then, no trade is a good trade, folks. Hourly time frames confirming as well that we are in terrible shape. There's nothing to see here. We are massively overextended, true, but overextensions mean very little in crypto trading, folks. You've seen this before. It doesn't mean we're just going to instantly turn around because of it. Wait to see how the price action behaves here first. If Bitcoin can maintain 83 to 84,000, then I think XRP will maintain 210 to 220, right? And then at that point, we may be considered long if Bitcoin is shifting gears and looking like it's back on track. Right now, we don't truly know where the bottom's at. It's best to avoid a trade. Okay, so no trade's the best trade right now, folks. I'll go ahead and get you update on whenever that is the case, whenever that paradigm shifts. But for now, you're probably safe, rough, not really trading this coin for the moment. and majority of altcoins too, honestly. It's just not a good day to trade. I mean, a red Friday leading into a notoriously bearish weekends, you're going to find very little success taking longs here. That's just the easy way to understand it. All right, thanks again for watching, folks. I'll post our playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Be sure to check that out. And if you want to become part of our trading community, academy, signals group, it's all down below too. Just make sure, promise me this, you read through our signals guide so you know how to effectively follow our trades. If you're going to be using my automated trading bot, make sure you follow those as well, because the results are pretty good here. A simple way to understand it is it's profitable month in, month out. For the last 2 months, we've been having pretty significant profit on a very small portfolio size. Okay, so good stuff there. Anyways, check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Reach out. Don't be a stranger. Otherwise, I hope you have a good one. We'll see you again soon. Take care.